today's lesson, we're going to learn determiners and quantifiers. So those words sound strange to you, right? But you see them quite often in a sentence or in a clause. But first of all, we need to understand what a determiner is or what a quantifier is. In the previous lessons, we learned about articles. Do you still remember articles and pronouns? So articles and pronouns are considered as determiners. Okay, so determiners are words or phrases that are placed before a noun or a noun phrase, right? To define that noun or noun phrase as specific or unspecific. Okay, so in the previous lesson, we learned about indefinite articles and definite article, right? So if you want to refer something that the reader or the listener already knows, we can use the. But if you introduce a person or a thing for the first time, you're going to use indefinite articles, a or an. Excellent. Okay. All right. So how about quantifiers? You know quantity? Okay. So quantifiers are words that are used to express quantity. Okay. And by the way, I'm going to teach you some commonly used determiners and quantifiers in English. And a lot of you guys get confused, right, between some and any, few, a few, little, a little, a lot of, lots of, plenty of, many and much, each and every, both and all, each other, one another, other, another, the other, or the others. Oh my goodness. All right, so in today's lesson, I'm gonna distinguish, okay, each pair, all right, to see how these determiners are used properly in a sentence, okay? Okay, so let's get started with the first pair, all right, this and that. So guys, remember, this and that are used when we talk about a single person or a single object. I mean, we have to use singular countable nouns, okay? If you want to use this or that, okay? Let's have a look at this example to see how this and that are used. Now, this dress looks good on you, but that one doesn't suit you at all. So for example, you are in a store looking for a dress, okay? So you have two dresses, okay? Your friends say that this dress looks good on you, but that one doesn't suit you at all. So that means you should choose this one instead of that one. Okay, so you see the noun dress after the determiner this, it is in singular form. Okay, and we use this to refer to things near us, okay, close to us. How about that one? Of course. So we use that with a singular countable noun if you want to mention something which is far from us, okay? So we have that one. So instead of using one here, you can say like that dress. Okay, you normally say that dress, but here you don't want to repeat the noun dress again. So you can use one, okay? Good job. And the second one. These bags are more expensive than those at the back. So here you see the determiner these and determiner those. Okay? So here comes the noun. The noun here is a plural noun. Okay, so we have to use these because there are 2 or more than 2 bags. That's why we have to use these bags. All right. In terms of positions, as I mentioned earlier, we use these. Okay, when you want to mention things, all right, which are near us, okay, or things which are close to us. That's good. How about those? Of course, things that are far from us. All right, so let's move on to the next pair, some and any. A lot of you guys get confused when I should use some or when I should use any. The answer here is quite simple. Please have a look at these examples. You will know exactly how they are used. Okay, now the first example, I've got some questions for you. Okay, some questions for you. Some information. I need some information. Would you like some help? Are there any apples in the fridge? You see the question mark here, right? Have you got some milk? Some milk. You can choose any color. All right. So you can use some and any with both countable and uncountable nouns. So this is countable noun, right? And this is uncountable noun. Uncountable noun. Countable noun. Uncountable noun. Okay, so we can use any with both, okay? Countable and uncountable in this situation. Any color or any colors will be fine. All right, that we use some in affirmative clauses. Okay, right? While we use any in questions and in negative clauses. Okay, you see? For affirmative clause, the first example, I've got some questions for you. All right, and the second one, I need some information. However, we can use some in a question, but this is not really a question. This is an offer or a request. Okay, if you want to offer help to someone, you can say, would you like some help? Okay. If you want to offer something to somebody, like, would you like some bread? Or would you like a cup of coffee? Okay. So it's a kind of request or offer. We use any in a question. For example, are there any apples in the fridge? Okay. And you can answer like, oh, what a pity. There aren't any apples in the fridge. Okay? Negative form. Or this one, you can choose any color you want. So for example, you go to a clothing shop and you're choosing a dress. So all the colors look good on you. So you can choose any color you want because you have a white skin and a very attractive appearance. So anything suits you. Okay? And remember this one. Have you got some milk? Or you can use, have you got any milk? All right? But there's a little difference between some and any here. Now, the first question, have you got some milk? If you use some here, that means you expect a positive answer. You expect a yes answer. Okay? But you can use, have you got any milk? That means this is an open yes-no question. It doesn't matter whether you have milk or not. Right? That's great. Right, so let's move on to the next pairs. We have few, a few, little, a little. We use few and a few with countable nouns, while little and a little are used with uncountable nouns. Okay, and here's a little difference between few and a few. Few is used with a negative meaning. That means not many or almost none, while a few means some or several, a small number of something. And little, the same, okay, with negative meanings or connotations. All right, means not much or almost none. And this one, a little, means a small amount of something. Okay, so let's have a look at these four examples to see how few, a few, and a little are used. Okay, the first one, I invited a few friends for lunch this morning. I have few friends here because I hardly ever go out. I have little money to spend and I have to save a little money every month. All right, so what is the difference between the first two examples? I mean, a few friends and few friends. Okay, let's have a look at the first one. I invited a few friends for lunch this morning. For example, I invited 2 or 3 friends, close friends this morning. Okay, so a few friends here means some or several friends. Okay, but this one, it has a negative meaning or connotation. I have few friends. That means I almost have no friends, okay, here, because I hardly ever go out. If I don't go out too often or quite often, I couldn't make many new friends, okay? So I have few friends, right? And the next one, we have little money to spend and we have to save a little money every month. We have little money. Okay, so little money here is like, we have almost, we don't have much money. Okay, we just have very little, okay, to spend. So we have to work harder to earn money. Otherwise, we will be starved to death. We don't have money to buy food. And we have to save a little money. That means we have to save a small amount of money. We should not spend all our salary, okay? So save a little money, a small amount of money for later use. Excellent. All right, next we have each or every, both or all. All right, so a lot of students get confused when you use each or every, or even both or all. Let me show you. Well, normally each and every, they mean the same. And they are followed by countable noun. I mean singular countable nouns. Okay? However, there's a little difference between each and every. We use each if we want to stress the individual members of a group. However, we use every if you want to stress or emphasize the whole group or all members of a group. Okay? So let's have a look at these two examples. You will see. Each student takes turn answering the question. So you see, the noun here is singular and countable. The same for the second one, every child. So in the first sentence, I stress the individual members of a class, okay, of the group. However, every here, I emphasize or stress all members of a group or of a whole population. Very good. And the next one, we have both or all. We use both if you want to refer to two people, only two people or two things. Now, for example, the first sentence, both employees got fired yesterday. For example, the boss discovered that they stole company's money. So both of them or both employees got fired yesterday. Two people got fired. All right? So two people. Two people or two things. And the next one, all employees are required to wear uniforms at work. So this is the company's uniform policy. The boss requires every employee or all employees to wear uniforms at work. Otherwise, they will get fired or they will be punished. Okay? So all here refers to the whole group. Okay? Yeah. Alright, so next we have each other and one another. Pay attention to pronunciation. linking sound. Each other, one another, one another. And we also have other, another, the other, and the others. Okay, so they sound complicated, right? However, please have a look at the examples. All right, you will see how each other and one another is used. Okay, Tracy and I have known each other for 10 years. We've helped each other a lot, although we live in different countries. Okay? So here, Tracy and I, only 2 people. So for 2 people, we can use each other. That means each person does something to the other. Alright? So for example, Tracy has known me for 10 years and I have known her for 10 years. So instead of saying those 2 sentences, you can say it for short. Tracy and I have known each other for 10 years. Tracy has helped me a lot and I have helped her a lot. So instead of saying those 2 sentences, you can say, we've helped each other a lot. So that means we have done something for each other. Alright, so again, each other is used to refer to a situation in which, a person does something to the other. Refer to 2 people. However, one another is used if you want to talk about a situation in which many people help each other, help one another. For example, in a company, all employees have to help one another. Okay, because here I refer to a group of more than 2 people. I use one another. Excellent. And the next one, other, another, the others. Okay, let's have a look at the example here. The shirt is too big for me. Do you have it in other sizes? So after other here, you have to use a countable noun in plural form. So we have sizes. So we use other if you want to show alternative options, okay, or additional options. For example, you're buying a shirt, but unfortunately the shirt is too big for you. For example, this is a large size one. Okay, so you can try the smaller size, okay, or medium size. All right, so we have 2 alternative options, right, to choose. The next one, I have 2 cats. One is white and the other one is black. All right, so here we use the other. All right, so we use the other without S. If you want to mention or refer to 2, remember only 2 people or 2 things or 2 objects. All right, so here you see, very clear, right? I have 2 cats. Now, the first one is white and the other one, that means, the second one, all right, is black. So you have to use a singular noun here, all right? And the next one, only Tom and Kate are here. Where are the other students? The other and students, plural noun, students. So for example, this class has 20 students, but only Tom and Kate are here. How about the other 18 students? Okay, so the other plus plural noun means the rest of the group. Okay, if you want to refer to the remaining or the rest of the group. And next, would you like another glass of water? For example, you are thirsty, right? So you drink, keep drinking water, and after you finish the first one, your friend asks you whether you would like to have another one. For example, one more, okay? Another glass or one more glass. He or she can say, would you like another glass of water? So another here means one more. Okay, so remember, only one more. All right. So we use singular noun after another. Okay, so I do hope that you enjoyed this lesson, and remember that we still have a lot more determiners and quantifiers, but because of the time constraint, I cannot teach you all of them. So could you please spend some time checking them out, and if you have any questions, just send me emails. I'm going to give you comments or feedback. And of course, don't forget to try my new quiz, okay, for this section. Thank you very much. See you next time.